following segment is sponsored by Volkswagen Southtowne. If you are in the market for a new car, you may be met with empty lots and competitive rates everywhere, but have no fear because Josh is here from Volkswagen Southtowne and he is here to save the day. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thanks for having me.
It is a struggle out there.
It surely is. With the semiconductor problem, with inventory shortages, it's been a challenge.
And it's challenging not just in the automotive industry, but everywhere. But we don't need to fear. We just have to plan a little bit more. So how are you guys thwarting these shortages for us?
Well, one of the things we make available is our VIP pipeline of cars to all of our guests coming in. Another thing that the typical dealer is doing that we choose not to is marking the cars up thousands of dollars above MSRP to try and recoup some of the losses they're experiencing. What we found is that just take care of the customers now, make them happy, and sell them the cars that we've got coming, and it just seems to work a little bit better for everybody.
Well, that sounds like a solid approach, especially me coming as a customer. I'm loving what I'm hearing right now. Let's talk a little bit about the shortage itself. You mentioned something about a chip. What's going on there? Yeah,
the semiconductor shortage, it's widespread. It's consumer electronics, it's cars, it's pretty much a lot of things are affected by that nowadays, not to mention the pipeline shortages of all goods. But with that problem, a lot of cars slowed down their production and a lot of manufacturers weren't able to keep up with demand. So that's obviously created kind of the perfect storm for what's going on in the world right now.
So if we walk on the lot right now and we may be met with an empty lot, but there's no reason to get nervous about that because you guys still have the cars. We just have to wait a little bit, right?
Absolutely. We have hundreds of cars coming every single month, and what we do is we're allowing you to pick through the inventory before they've even arrived, so you get to come in and wrap your brand new car as soon as it gets there.
Oh, and put the little bow on it and everything just in time for Christmas.
Sure.
You mentioned this VIP access. So does that mean that we're getting the cars before they even enter the lot?
Absolutely.
We're getting the access that you get as a buyer.
Absolutely, and you can go over options, colors, makes, models, and all that fun stuff, and decide which one's best for you. We can put your name on it and start the paperwork then.
Well, and it used to be that this time of year was actually the best time to buy a car. Is that still the case?
Still is. Because the uncertainty in the world right now, why not take advantage of the phenomenal trade values, the phenomenal inventory that's still available for the average consumer to walk in, and we'll just make it easy.
Why should we not delay? If we're even thinking about getting a car in the next 6 months, we should be jumping on this right now.
Well, just kind of what we've already discussed, the availability itself. You don't want to wait potentially for a car that you may have to wait months and months and months versus coming down, putting your name on one, and making sure it arrives later that month.
So how can we get our hands on these amazing cars that you guys have there?
Well, first off, just come down to the dealership at VW Southtown or go to our website, vwsouthtown.com, for all sorts of details. You can even order cars off the website, schedule a test drive, get a trade value, whatever's easiest for you.
This is the perfect car for both you and your family, and you've been good all year. I think it's time for you to treat yourself. Thank you so much for joining us, Josh.
Thank you. Appreciate it.